work. I made a number of trips to Alaska over the years. I had some very interesting experiences doing that, not just like out on the snow and in the backcountry, but in the villages. I was working for and with the Alaska Humanities Forum for a while. And on one occasion, I was with a group of Kobuk Eskimo, Yupik-speaking Eskimo Indian high school kids talking about their second language, which happened to be English, their first language being Yupik, and explaining how poetry was one thing, prose another, both necessary, both extremely useful, but for very different reasons, and how they should be comfortable with both. And that was actually partly to cause the teacher who was running the English class to relax. Because I was brought in as a poet, and you know, one of the first things poets say when they are in the classroom, at least the ones I know, say is, okay kids, now there are no more rules, meaning about language. You can use language freely and imaginatively without any self-consciousness and concern, and explore your imagination and possible creativity or possible not creativity, but let go and see what you can do with it. Okay, that's one thing. But the other thing is, and this is what I realized, especially with these kids in the far north, it will do you an enormous amount of good in your life to be able to write good, clear, organized, coherent, logical language, especially when applying for a job. You know, the way you get through college is not by writing poetry. You get through college writing papers, and papers have their own rules, and there's nothing wrong with that. So that kind of prose, the practical prose that we need to write to get through life and through society, is like agriculture. It's like growing a row of corn or a row of tomatoes, and taking charge of the bugs, the soil, and the fertility of the soil to achieve a desired result. I want to grow corn. I want to be an accountant. I want to be a lawyer. Learn the language and do it. But there's a fence right there, and on the other side of the fence is the wild woodlot, which is full of odd bugs, birds, squirrels, snakes, frogs, and completely crazy and unpredictable, full of diversity, and that's poetry. It's the wild side of the fence that follows a more complex and only apparently more chaotic set of rules, but it still follows rules. Like they will tell you, there are the laws of waves. A flowing stream and the various swirls, whirlpools, curlbacks, and so forth in the stream is all following the law of waves. But to understand the law of waves, you just about have to go into chaos theory, you know, to be able to pursue that. So we have the capacity to do both. And of course, the wild side of the fence is where you let your feelings hang out more. That's what song is also. So there's a distinctive place to feel free to use language outrageously and beautifully, and there's another place where you might as well enjoy using language coherently and logically and even sort of anonymously. So like nobody will know what you wrote. It'll be just like everything else. Nothing wrong with that. Dillingham, Alaska, the Willow Tree Bar. Drills chatter full of mud and compressed air all around the globe. Low-ceilinged bars. We hear the same new songs. All the new songs in the working bars of the world. After you done drive cat, after the truck went home. Caribou slip, front legs folded first, under the warm oil pipeline, set 4 feet off the ground. On the wooden floor, glass in hand, laugh and cuss with somebody else's wife. Texans, Hawaiians, Eskimos, Filipinos, workers, all at the edge of a brawl in the bars of the world. Hearing those same new songs in Abadan, Naples, Galveston, Darwin, Fairbanks, white or brown, drinking it down, the pain of the work of wrecking the world. Quick short work poem. Removing the plate of the pump on the hydraulic system of the backhoe for Bert Hybart, a wizard with a backhoe, now dead. Through mud, fouled nuts, black grime, it opens, a gleam of spotless steel, machined fit perfect, swirl of intake and output, relentless clarity at the heart of work.